Right, another battle against another person. Kingbratpfanne? Yes, I said Fanny. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I don't know. I just remember funny things happening. Oh, they're pointing at the Reuniclus. Yeah, I remember something happened, which is the only reason why I kept it. But as I'm sure you all know by now, things I think, well, maybe an hour ago, never really correspond to things I think at the moment. Because my brain is like fucking out the window at one point and then having a dump at another. I don't know. My brain is it's an enigma, okay? It's like Patrick's brain. It is an enigma. Anyway, he's going to lead off with a Dragonite. I'm going to lead off with Evi. Game plan. If he EQs, he's banded. I go into Bronzong, I get SR up. If he DDs, then I know he's not banded. I get an Ice Punch off, and everything's hunky-dory. So, there you go. I outspeed, he DDs. Ice Punch doesn't kill, but it does 3/4 to him. So, yeah. That's a good start for me. I'm okay with that. Bronzong can wall this thing pretty well. Even Fire Punch will do peanuts at the end of the day. So I switch into Bronzong as he goes EQ. I believe I'm going to reflect as he goes Fire Punch. Here we go. And then I'm going to Stealth Rock. I think he switches out, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me since he is very close to dead right there. In fact, if he came back in and I had Evi out there, and I'd crush him. Oh no, he's gonna go Fire Punch. Okay. So, yeah, alright, I go Gyro Ball, take him out then. Oh well. I probably should have Stealth Rocks there, actually. But, I don't think I would have taken another Fire Punch, but, wow. It would have been interesting. It's probably better I got rid of him. Anyway, in comes a Heatran, and oh lordy, I bet you can guess what it's gonna do. I'm predicting Lava Plume, because that's all Heatrans ever do. But he goes Fire Blast, so he's offensive, so it's actually something I can deal with. Ah, what are the odds of that? Yeah, I have to admit, I prefer offensive Heatran more. If it's choiced, especially if it's choiced, I can deal with it easily. Anyway, I go into Gallade, assuming maybe I'll be able to take something, because Gallade's got decent special bulk. So I go SD, and he goes Fire Blast, and it misses Gallade altogether, and since I was quicker, I can now close combat it, and it will die. I have no idea whether Gallade would have lived that hit, just banking on his bulk without any investment. I doubt it, to be honest. Gallade isn't that great in that particular department, but still. My Reflect goes down, and he is going to bring in his Sizzle, and I thought, okay, Bullet Punch, 40 base power move, with the Technician and Stab, 80, I think, either that or 90, 80 or 90. I figured Gallade would be okay, even at -1. No. Gallade gets one-shotted. So yeah, that's what I get for hoping, oh, its bulk will do the job. Well, won't it? No. Still, I'm assuming it's banded, so I'm assuming it's locked into it. So I'm assuming, making mega assumptions that Evi is going to be pretty cool. So, in comes the Rotom, and I remember now, Focus Punch hits the Rotom. I've done this before, quite a lot of times, actually. And, it doesn't kill it, it just leaves it like barely, and he tricks me, which actually, over the course of the game, helps me out so much. Evi, because like I said before, the reason I took Evi out is because it was so hit and miss. Sometimes it would do everything and carry the team on its fucking back, and other times it would do nothing. This is a game where it carries the team on its back. It doesn't give a shit. It will just go to victory. In comes so I take out the Rotom after being tricked to Choice Scarf, and in comes the Reuniclus here. I'm just going to go for another Wild Charge. I'm locked into it. Why the fuck not? If it kills me, it kills me. Does a little over half. He is going to go Trick Room, and I don't want to hang around because, like I say, Choice Scarf Evi, it seems like it could be pretty potent, so I want to hang on to this, so I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into Celebi because I figure I can tank a couple of hits. He goes Psychic. I was worried it would be a Shadow Ball Focus Blast because, oh god, so many people were on that. But I don't see any lefties, so I'm assuming it's Life Orb with Recover, which, I hate to say old school in 5th gen, but I do remember a lot of people used to run Life Orb very consistently, and then they all switched to the bulkier leftovers set. So it's kind of, it's different to see, because I hate the bulkier leftovers set with a passion, so, you know, it's different. It's still a Reuniclus, but it's different. Anyway, I set up Light Screen, he's going to bring in a Sizzle, I don't want to take a U-turn for shit, I'm going into Hariyama, Hariyama can sponge the bug type move, he does get a crit, but when you consider that was a crit, Hariyama took that really well, to be honest, because if it's Banded Sizzle, whoo, that would have hit like a truck, and it did, but there you go. If it wasn't for the crit, Hariyama would have taken that insanely well, and he is awesome. Anyway, he switches into Reuniclus, switches back out into Sizzle as I go for a payback, and all I see him doing here is just stalling out his Trick Room. But there you go, so I get a crit payback, thanks game. And I'm just going to sack Hariyama at this point, because I don't really see the point in having it around. So he goes Bullet Punch, Hariyama dies. I was hoping maybe I could live and get one Seismic Toss off, but no biggie. He is now locked into Bullet Punch. I can bring in Evire, and oh goody, I am good to go. Pretty much. I mean, I'd need to do a bit of switching, but it's looking pretty solid. So he's going to bring in a Jirachi. I'm just going to Fire Punch, does a little under a third, and he is, well, he's lefty, so I'm assuming bulky, which is why I guess it didn't kill him, or didn't do over half, as my brain, or bleh, as my mouth tries to catch up with my brain. Anyway, he's going to Body Slam, trying to go for the Para Hacks, doesn't work, I can now Fire Punch him again. Evire is doing so much work right now, it's unreal for Evire. I think this was probably the best match that Evire ever had. Like I say, okay, when you get Evire in the zone, when you get him exactly, it's like Glade, except a lot less, you know, time placing. I can't word it properly. Glade requires a lot of precision to use. Evire, if you get him in the right spot at the right time, and you pick the right attack and make the right prediction, you can just demolish things. But there will always be a time where it just isn't good enough. Hasn't got the right amount of bulk, hasn't got the right amount of speed. It's finicky. It's not as finicky as Glade, but it's still finicky. And finicky, as I'm sure you all know, is my key word. Anyway, there's a game going on, and I'm not paying attention. I just U-turned out of a Reuniclus, and I'm going to go into Kingdra. Because Kingdra does have Dragon Pulse, and I just can take this thing out, so I'm amazed he didn't go Recover. I would have sworn he had it. I guess he has Psychic, Focus Blast, and Hidden Power Fire, but still. Oh, okay, alright. I go Brine, take it out, it dies. Yeah, Brine, useless. I love Brine, but I don't. It's an interesting move. Anyway, in comes the Sizzle, and there really isn't much you can do to me. It is going to go Bullet Punch, though. I live, I can disable that, which was so sexy. That was such an awesome play. That's why I love Disable on Kingdra. It's really good for things like this. So after Bullet Punching, he is now locked into Struggle, effectively. And he just gets to spend his time killing himself. Trick Room runs out, I can bring in Evire, and I can win. I hope you have enjoyed this battle, and yeah, go Evire. When he wants to, he pulls shit out like nobody's business. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.